Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to May here in beautiful Castelnaud on the hills of France. Mountains, hills. Sorry, just putting this away. Had to swap my plates. We'll go over there in a second and discuss that, but I just want to put my tools back here. We'll come back here in a second, but I want to just introduce you to my new favorite toy. These things are amazing. They are water-filled tires that weigh, I want to say that we're somewhere in the neighborhood of like 5 tons. Does that sound about right? Yeah, these things are killer. So we've been using these to compact the silage here. I think I maybe have 2 more passes here, so I'll have to come back for that in a second. I'll show you something else here first. So I've had Jean-Paul already up. Well, not Jean-Paul, but I was on the phone with him all morning here in a bit of a panic because he called me this morning. Apparently there was a bit of a clerical error with our leased tractor, and with many apologies, he's had to take it back, and he brought me a replacement. I'm not sure if it's an upgrade. It is a Ford. I've never actually had a Ford tractor before. I'm not a brand snob, but a Ford, eh? Okay, we'll give it a try. Not a huge fan of the white rims. I was asking him if I'm paying all this money, could I at least choose the rims that go on it? He said no, I got to take it this way, but he'll cut me a good deal. So anyways, he managed to cover off some of the upfront lease costs. He covered a delivery fee. Actually, he covered delivery fee for a few things, which I made him do this morning. The silage compactor. I bought us a plow. So I was working with one of his guys in the office there to try to find. I needed to find the widest potential plow I could that would allow us to plow out and merge our fields, but also work with about 150 horsepower, which is really what we're kind of living with right now. So we came up with this option here. I want to say it's 4 meters, 4 meter working width, and basically requires 150 horsepower. So we'll see how that goes. This one in particular here is painted in a beautiful Colossus green. Looks kind of disgusting next to this tractor, to be honest with you. But that tractor, I mean, the lease cost about $1,200 per hour, which is ridiculous. We'll look to get this thing paid out at some point, I guess. But until then, we're going to get absolutely murdered for cost. Our monthly cost right now is quite sickening. We got our $15,000 loan that's coming out, roughly, and I didn't realize, but with this building, there's a monthly, this farm basically, there's a monthly maintenance cost that's almost $4,000. So that's ridiculous. Plus other incidentals. We're coming in at almost 20 grand a month in cost, which if you look at my bank account right now, that's like 4 months. I don't really know what we're going to do. I didn't have time this morning, unfortunately, to go down to the coffee shop down there, but I still plan on heading down there. I really want to befriend some of the locals here, and hopefully I got a feeling I'll be doing some contracts in order to stay afloat for the first little while here. But anyway, so thankfully, the loader arm fit this tractor, so we got to sort of keep the same loader arm that we already had. So we have this tractor now. I had him bring up a shovel because I just wanted it for the silos over here, the pit, and it turns out it's going to come in handy because I'm mashing this grass all over the place. It's all coming out. So basically we have the plow now so we can attack the fields. We have the shovel, and we've now swapped out the clerical error, which was the other tractor, and away we go. A side note, that is a you ask and I shall deliver. That's a response to after posting. So basically today is when episode 1 went out, and you spoke and I listened. The amount of comments about the turbo wine on the other case that I had was quite amazing. Very unanimous that the turbo wine was aggravating. So I went back and I personally hadn't even really noticed, but I went back and had a listen, and yeah, there's definitely a turbo wine, no doubt about that. So I don't want to make content that's aggravating, so thank God there was a clerical error. The paperwork was wrong. Something happened, and Jean-Paul down there managed to make something work. Oh God! Here's my next concern. This tractor's got 290 hours on it, and the engine is not happy. It's been dying on me, and I don't know what to do. I don't think I can fix that. Let me take a look here. I would say we're probably good. Let me get the tractor and my killer wheel set up here. I love that, man. I would just drive around with these things all the time if I had them. Although I can't imagine what the fuel mileage would be like dragging these huge tires filled with water would be, but just try to flatten this. I didn't know whether to. I am not adept at silage pits. I'm a bale guy, and before becoming addicted to fermenting silos, I was a bale guy, and I've made thousands of bales. I don't have really much experience with what do you call it? What do some people call them? Clamps? With silage clamps? I don't really get why you call it a clamp, but I don't really have a lot of experience with that, so there may be the odd misstep as we go forward. But I did find those tires, and man, they are amazing. So we're not going to use this very often, but I do need the loader arms for a second there, because we want to take that shovel and just get the scraps back into the bunker. This should work nicely, mostly because I've already tried it and discovered that it worked nicely. So on tap for today, I've got the plow, so we want to get, so we had the 3 fields that we talked about wanting to get rid of that little road and merging them. So I want to do that today, and then I'm just gonna basically plow them out. I don't know if that's a good plan, but I mean, I'm gonna have to get seed anyways, right? Because we're gonna be merging the fields, obviously. So I figure while I'm going to be, that means I gotta get a seeder. Shoot! Oh man, this is gonna be we may not survive the day, folks. Anyways, so I'll probably just plow the entire field and sort of start fresh. Oh yeah, this is going to be a ridiculous day, isn't it? How am I going to afford all this stuff? Thank God for French leasing. I guess the only thing anybody could complain about is the blue oval. Wait, does it have a blue oval? I didn't really see the blue oval. Yeah, I'm not brand specific when it comes to tractors. There's certain tractors I don't typically use. Like, I like tractors where I can go and customize the colors, maybe use a color from, like another color that shows up for that manufacturer somewhere else. But this tractor, I had no choice. I really want to keep the grass in there. I bet you if I just went in and out one more time, famous last words, we should be able to get 100% compaction and get this wrapped up so we can start making some silage. I wouldn't get too excited about it because, as far as I recall, silage is like a max of $180 per 1,000 liters, I think. Is that what it is? I'll go take a look here in a second. And I think we have about 100,000 liters here, which is the equivalent of about $18,000. So by no means a huge money maker. Stay in there, grass. There we go. Nothing goes to waste. Look at that. That looks pretty sad. We got to get to the point where we can fill this sucker. So I think that's what's telling us we have 130,000 liters in there. Oh, okay, so it maxes out at, so it's about $25,000, $26,000 in here. So not bad, not bad. I'll take it, you know. Okay, let's get this parked because we don't want to be spending any money. We're going to be cheap here, folks. Then we'll get the other tractor. We can probably just park this down here for now. We are going to use it, but just not right away here. Let's get that ugly little plow. Kind of regret the cloth green, to be honest with you. We're going to have to look at quite a bit, I think. I probably would have gone with just like black or gray. So the response from the first episode was actually surprising. I was actually pretty happy that everybody enjoyed it, and yeah, I was surprised. I don't know. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but it's just kind of cool when you make something and then you put it online and people say, "Hey, I like that." So thank you for that. Oh, we gotta get this field plowed out. Oh, Stefan's got some work ahead of him. We're definitely gonna need a seeder, planter, whatever it's called. But yeah, that was cool. So thank you so much. Okay. Oh shoot, I got a couple bales out here. I got tired. Darn. All right. Well, before we're cutting any ground, we're getting the rest of these bales off. Oh man, sorry about that. Can't believe I forgot that. There's the blue oval. Let's put the shovel here. Oh. There we go. It's a brand new tractor too. The inside's nice. It's so blue. All right, let's get up in those hills. So in order to be able to merge the fields properly, there's a few trees up there that we're going to have to deal with. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't really even necessarily have a trailer. So we may be just, hand bombing wood chunks into the bucket of the bucket for the loader bucket that I got. Or we may, I don't know. I don't really want to go and buy a trailer. We don't need one right now, short of that wood. I could potentially cut up into chunks and use... No, I guess I really only have the bucket. I don't even have pallet forks. So we're sort of limited. Okay, so I don't have a weight on. But hopefully this tractor is heavy enough. It was pretty dark by the time I was, obviously not done because we had, I think, did I just count 5 bales? I think I counted 5 bales. But yeah, it was a dark night here in the hills. There's not a lot of light once the sun goes down. All right, so it's a nimble little tractor. That's good. So money, got any for me? We're at $83,000 right now. We know we have these giant payments that come out every month. So we now, and this is is this a single day month for us? Maybe it's June when we start seeing 2-day months. So that creates some challenge for us also because we literally only have 1 day before before the big payments come out. It's kind of nice when you have 2 days. Oh, maybe that was it for bales. Yeah, so we got to figure out a way to generate some money that's not just, you know, $26,000 of silage. And I can only think that maybe contracts are what's going to get us there. This time of year, maybe some planting contracts. It'd be cool if we could pick up some fertilizing contracts because they don't take a ton of time. It's mostly just driving around. It's my kind of work. Because what I'd like to do today is while somebody is plowing, I'd like to clean up the edges of some of the fields. Just because there's some trees right on the edges that are going to sort of create us some problems. So I'd like to do that. Okay, let me go get my chainsaw. My old Husqvarna. This just does not seem like a great idea. Now that I'm realizing what I'm doing, I'm like, wait. I'm going to take those trees out using this shovel. And then we'll just throw the wood off to the side for now, I guess. Oh, this is not a good idea. Come on. Let's see how this goes. Just because I'm all sophisticated now because I live in France doesn't mean I'm any smarter. In fact, I might argue that all of that cheese that I'm eating now is just making me dumber. And I'm doing things like this. No. Oh, this is not cool. Anybody missing our wood chipper? I mentioned that I was getting good feedback on the first episode, which is great. I love the fact that people were enjoying it. A few people said, were sort of like, good riddance, Bally Springs. Like, oh, okay. Bally Springs has been around for a while, so I can understand why some people might have had enough. It's a great map. Visually, it's nice. There's, the grass textures are unique in that they're waist deep. That I think was maybe one of the first maps to do grass like that. Is that possible? Like just ridiculously deep grass, which is super cool. Here we go. All right, it's the weird trees. While Bally Springs is loved by a lot, some people are just sort of like, oh, I've seen enough of Bally Springs. Which I can totally agree. I know there's a number of people that have done playthroughs and series, and I think probably everybody's done some kind of a series. Everybody's making content has probably done some kind of a series on Bally Springs, and I would say Bally Springs and No Man's Land. So I got to do a No Man's Land series at some point, I guess. Kind of nice to leave it, I guess. We didn't spend a lot of time there, but we definitely spent some time there. This is what I would say. I would call this not cool. At all. What the heck am I doing here? This is not good. This is not good. I think what I need to do is I think I'm gonna have to get a trailer, guys. I can't fill this bucket and then drive these pieces somewhere, dump them, and then go and fill the bucket again. There's 3 massive trees, and this is nothing. Not to mention, where am I going to put all this wood? You know what, for now, let's just put this here. Okay, I think we're going to the store, folks. I'm not even going to call ahead. There's no way they're going to just drop a trailer off last minute like this, so yeah, I think we're going to have to make the drive. Thankfully, it's an amazing drive. Oh, and I should be taking the other tractor. I got to begin to remember that there's an exorbitant lease cost. Oh, geez, sorry about that. Pardonnez-moi. I just Seytoun smoked that guy. Anyways, yeah, there's a massive lease payment that I got to remember, like an hourly rate with this tractor. So until I can get it bought out, I got to make sure that we're not using it, all willy-nilly. All right, perfect. Man, they got all kinds of stuff in here. The only thing they don't have, though, is anybody working. I haven't found anybody working. I just popped in here to grab some pastries. Actually, what I was trying to do was grab a coffee. I didn't really necessarily want to head into the boulangerie for some pastries, but I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I can bring Jean-Paul and some of the guys some pastries, but there's nobody working there, which is crazy. So I just it wasn't really coming to play in the market here, but I went to go stop for a coffee on the corner of that place. Remember the place we saw when I was first driving up to the farm? It's like up there in the corner. I'll point it out. How's that? Got VIP parking down here. Yeah, I was up there, the little patio. Anyways, I don't even think you can see it. You'll see it when we go to drive out. Oh, it turns out that that's like a butcher. And you can basically just sit on the patio and eat meat. So it's a meat patio. But anyways, yeah, then I noticed there were some bicycles over there, and then I noticed there were some pastries in the window, and I tried to find some pastries for the boys down there at the shop, so they can hopefully cut me a break on more things than not. And yeah, nobody's working. The door opened, but there's nobody there. Yeah, there's the little patio. So anyway, and I only just read the window, but from what I can tell, it's just a butcher. So you just go there and eat meat. All right, let me go break some, and see what kind of a deal I can get on a small trailer. All right, the boys got me set up. I feel kind of embarrassed, like I'm leasing $9,000 trailers, but that's kind of how I got to do it. Just need to preserve that cash flow till we get some money coming in. So this has let's hope this connects properly. Let's just test the lights. Okay, that's good. So this has got a 4,000 liter capacity, but right now what we're trying to do is put wood chunks in it and move them around. So that's kind of what we're going to deal with right now. And then we can upgrade that to, I think, like an 8 or 12,000 liter capacity at some point. So the future is not a bad one for it. It'll turn out to be useful for us, but just right now, the main thing I gotta just get I just gotta get that wood off of there so I can get plowing. I got the upgraded tires, the flotation tires, and I think that was about it. But I'm gonna drive like this right now so you can kind of take a peek around the town here. Look at the hills up there. There's quite a few very nice sight lines here. Like, wow, what am I talking about? Every direction you look, it looks amazing. Like, look at this. You immediately start climbing up above the city, town, village. There's that up there. Wait, what is that? Can I drive up there? Look at the roads. All right, at some point we're gonna go visit that area. I'm looking at the mini map down there, and it looks like there's actual, like, maybe delivery points and stuff up there. I forgot I left that gate open. Nothing happens quickly here in the hills of France, so keeping that in mind, I'm not going to get super frustrated if things take me a little longer here than they normally would. Oh my gosh. Except for the tractor that's dying right before our eyes. Let's check the map and see where we can sell this, just so we got an idea how far we're gonna have to drive. Carpentry or sawmill? That sounds like something that would be up near us, doesn't it? It's not there. Naval export. Oh, that's right. You can rent a barge. We can sell on a barge down there, which is really cool. Carpentry. So this is the way we came in. We came up here. We went up that steep hill. Wait. Did we? Yeah, we came up here. Steep hill, little pathway. And then we basically came out to the road and turned here. Well, it looks like if we just kind of head up here. Oh, there's that big bridge. So that doesn't look too far, but everything's there. Carpentry and sawmills. That might not be the end of the world. But I also don't know what kind of hills in between here and there. Man, I hope that this doesn't take up a large chunk of our day, but I'm thinking this just sort of screwed us for a large chunk of the day. While we're scrambling to get this done, the grass fields are going to grow, so that's fine. Let's drop this. Let's go hit up Stefan. Let's get him to plow out the wheat field. The defunct wheat field. So because these grass fields, they're going to grow. So even if for some reason we don't get a chance to merge those fields today, by the time, and for example, we wake up next morning and it's June already. Oh, this thing's already plowing. Okay, well, no grass is going to grow right there. Let's take it easy there, plow. But anyways, I think you see what I mean, right? Even if we find ourselves in June by the time that we want to merge these fields, that's okay. That is okay, because the grass will have grown. We might have some stuff we can mow. I just want to make sure that this is not indeed making fields. Please start the engine. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge. All right, so hang tight. I'm gonna go call on Stefan and see what he's up to. Hopefully he's decent. He was telling me the other day how he spent 2 years in a nudist camp. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, yeah, that looks good, man. Oh, well. All right, don't worry. I'll take care of the edge after. Whatever. Stefan told me this guy's going to be all right, but obviously he's kind of missing a bit. That's okay. You know what? He's going to do the bulk of the work. I got to slow that van's going. Maybe they know each other. He'll get the bulk of the work done anyways, and then we can always go and touch it up after that. So there goes that tractor. That's tied up now for God only knows how long. He's doing the work. Thank God. This grass is growing, so not the end of the world. Our silage is fermenting, and we have some hay bales. So, what are you gonna do, right? All right, let me get this trailer filled up, and then we're gonna go on a bit of a field trip. It looks like. So yes, everybody had been on me forever for using pallet forks to do logging all the time. So on, will you see this in time? I wonder. Yeah, I think you'll see. So you'll see what I eventually did on Maz, which I'm sure will make a few people happy. But I'm sure now this in turn will piss people off as I use a 2,000 liter bucket to scoop up logs. Well, unfortunately, you just have to cut these things so small. Really what I'm trying to do is just grab the biggest pieces of wood I can, because I think ultimately when we go down and try to sell this wood, are we not going to get more money for larger pieces? So if I can help myself right now, will that not in turn make more money? I don't know. But I was laughing as I was doing this, thinking, God, there's a few people that are going to hate this. I got to make sure I put this in the video. You might like this a little better. So I'm not scooping up wood right now. I'm just using this as kind of an intermediary between the very high trailer. So I don't have to lift the wood into the very high trailer, and instead what I can do is sort of stack it in this bucket, and then I can lift the wood up to the inside, like to the back of the trailer, and then I can get in the trailer, and then I can remove the wood from this bucket and stack it as organized as possible into the trailer. So there. That should make some people happier than seeing me scoop logs and into the bucket, or into the, well, you know what I mean. Now, if I was doing firewood, then maybe that would make more sense. It was noted in the comments of the first video that I'm using a Hauer loader arms instead of the Quickie loader arms, which up until this point, I think, other than when I'm forced to use something else, I've only ever used Quickie, and that is basically because I know that it works and never wanted to take a chance on something else, I guess. I don't really have a reason why, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we are trying something new. At $1,200 an hour, I'm thinking I should just drag this wood off into the bushes and be done with it. Let's see how much we actually make off of this. The old Ford pulls up the hill pretty good. That's a good sign. All right, I believe it's this way. Oh, look at this road. Okay. So cars are coming down here. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. We really want to take it easy here. We're going to lose all this wood. Yeah, that's pretty wild. There's no room to pass on the road here. Wow, look at it up here. Super high meadow. All right, so I don't think it matters which building we go to. I'm guessing like somewhere here. Nope, one of the guys just let me know it's over here. So if we just pull up here, apparently they'll get us unloaded. So let's hope that actually what happens. All right, environmental penalties. But we did get almost $2,000 for that, so that's pretty cool. So it's 3 trees at $2,000 a tree, $6,000. And then really when we go and start cleaning up the edges of the field, then we should make a couple bucks there too. So hopefully not all the trees are the ones like we just worked with. Hopefully we get some other trees, the pine trees or whatever they are, the spruce trees. I think they're a little easier to handle and potentially worth more money. I don't know. We gotta figure out a way to bring bigger logs up here. You know what I need to do? I need to get pallet forks. Every forestry person's best friend. I just ran down here to see how this guy was doing, and he's trudging along here, which is good. The ground's looking way better. Better you than me, brother. This is kind of how I envisioned farming here in France. I mean, like, literally, if this is real life, I could do this all day long. Just cut trees and load the pieces and go sell them on the side of a mountain with the, what is it? It's about 13 degrees. I mean, smashed the window of the trailer, or the tractor. I mean, it is 13 degrees Celsius, so it's not exactly the warmest day. I mean, I think I'm either wearing a light jacket or a sweatshirt. I can't remember, but it's appropriate nevertheless. Probably the kind of weather you would want to be hand bombing logs into a trailer so you don't overheat. Do many of you have any experience with this type of environment, or perhaps maybe you were born and raised in a city or in an area that doesn't have, trees and stuff like this? Like, personally, I spent a lot of time in Northern Ontario growing up, and so this, like, what's happening right now on screen, I can pretty much smell it. Like, I can tell exactly how the sounds, the smells, everything. Like, it's just amazing. It is fantastic. This map, even though I know it's in France, but definitely plays to those senses and memories, right? It's the good times. All right, let's see if we can already utilize the bucket space. Maybe we put a couple of these sort of longer pieces in here. I'm not going to be super picky, like knowing that the sell point is not a horrible drive away. My typical way of loading, perched precariously on the trailer or whatever. We're gonna remain somewhat civilized here, and just take human size loads and then come back and do it again. Got the other memory in the comment section of the first episode, Diesel Addict, I believe. Sorry if I didn't write it down, sorry. We're sort of talking about French, specifically, I guess, French-Canadian accents, and people like our late Prime Minister Jean Chrétien, and some of the wild press conferences and TV appearances and stuff that came out of him. He was very blunt. He would tell you, if he thought that you needed a punch in the nose, well, he would tell you needed a punch in the nose. He didn't really care what people thought. But so the what that did as a child with those that type of accent, listening to people talk, when I hear it now, it really takes you back. We used to go into Quebec a lot to go skiing, or then eventually snowboarding, I guess. But so you'd hear a lot of the French Canadian accent. I think is quite unique compared to France accent. I think it's quite different. Perhaps more colorful. I don't know about the best way to explain it. All right, I'm playing it safe here. We're gonna go for a drive and come back. Something occurred to me while I was loading there. Did I mention? And I don't think I did. So I'm probably. Oh, look at there he is. Come on, buddy, keep going. Okay, he's got about another hour, he said, before he's gonna be done. So we got lots of work to do still too. But yeah, I am almost certain that I did not mention. I got a call from. So when I had to get the paperwork done on this end for the purchase, the estate had a lawyer on this end doing all the paperwork, getting everything closed out. And the lawyer spoke some English, so we were able to communicate a little bit. Anyways, we both bonded over Formula One, which was good. So we were both fans. Anyways, so when I mentioned what I was doing and what my plans were, and he knew the farm. I guess he had done a bunch of stuff with Jacques de Gatineau and Pam here, and some different projects that they had on the go. So he knew the farm and whatever. So this is so bumpy. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. This guy's honking at me. I'm trying to go. I'm the one trying to drive around him, and he's honking at me. I know this is not a one-way street, so like, what the heck? So the lawyer is somewhat tied into the farming community here, represents a lot of the different farms, and so said that he would keep an eye out for me and see if anybody needed help, because he knew that the first year probably was going to be a bit of a challenge for me. So I forgot to mention that. So actually, there was a message on my phone last night when we got in to touch base, because it looked like there was going to be some. I stop honking. These people are honking, and I'm the one. Like, I'm going the right way. Anyways, it looks like there's probably going to be some work coming up here. So that's actually good news for us before we starve to death here in France. I mean, that box of cheese on my kitchen counter is only going to take us so far before I just drop dead. So I'll be eagerly awaiting a phone call to see if maybe there's some work we can do. $1,600. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be as much. All right, before we run back down. All right, let me just give that back. There you go. Refunded. How does everybody feel about this tractor? This is the non-turbo version. Just a pretty standard tractor sound. Does it matter that it's a Ford? So I was hoping that we'd be like one trip per tree, but it looks like this next tree is going to be or the tree we're on right now is probably going to be at least one more trip, and then there's one more tree there, and I think that's it, right? It was just these 3 trees, and then after that we can merge the fields. I'm sitting there cutting this log up and bombing it into the trailer and into the bucket there, and I kind of had that. Did you ever get like? So this is how I started a map. I start a map, and I immediately, my brain kind of short circuits, because I'm like, okay, I know what to do, and then you get out there and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? And then you start to think about, you look at your money, if you even have any. It's actually nice starting from scratch, because you don't have any money, so there's like no obligations, there's no stress. You're not going to miss a planting window because you don't have any money to plant anyways. So it's kind of nice when you have the availabiliity. Things start to go into panic mode for me. So I'm like, oh, all of a sudden this game is no fun anymore. So anyways, you get on the map, and then you sort of race around. You try to find your way. You try to find your flow, I guess. So, but then once it sort of hooks up, it's awesome. And then you sort of, you kind of feel at home in the map, and you kind of get your routine down. You know where you're going, and everything starts to kind of gel. As I was cutting this log, that sort of kind of dawned on me. I'm like, yeah, I think this is actually it sort of fits. Never mind the fact that the village down there is beautiful, and there's apparently a castle somewhere where we gotta go find that, and there's a hidden mission when you pick up all the collectibles and all that stuff. But just literally standing on the side of a hill, cutting a tree down and loading it into a trailer, kind of triggered it for me. The comfort is there. So I'm looking forward to well, A, not starving to death, and B, hopefully playing for a while on this. We'll see how it goes anyways. So enough of that. Let's make some dang money. 19. That's a record, folks. That's our biggest load yet. Let's celebrate by jump cutting back to the farm. All right, I didn't receive any complaints from our worker friend down there, so I'm hoping that means everything is good now. I find, so when I'm editing the video, usually the major cuts, I can take a 3-hour video and melt it down to 55 minutes. And you know what does it? Cutting out all of the rambling. like I could literally blab on about nothing for 3 hours and not even realize. And then I get the edit. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I'm like just going on and on forever. I'm like, and half the time I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I believe when we started this episode, the deal was we were going to merge these fields, plow, get some lime down. I'm not sure that I said we were going to put seeds in the ground, but I might have even said that. And look at us now. I'm still cutting a stinking tree. Wouldn't it be funny if the entire episode was just me cutting these 3 trees? Yeah, I think what I'll end up doing is, I mean, I do want to clean up around the edges of some of the fields. I'd love to do that together. I don't know that this is as cool and casual as this is and how it fits kind of what I want to do in this series. I don't know that just clearing wood like this over and over and over again is going to be too much fun, but hopefully the stump guy, I told him where to go. He should likely come and go before we even get back. Oh, wow, look at the stripes over there. Our worker has decided to stop plowing everything, and they're skipping now. Shoot. What does that mean? How am I going to fix that? Oh, wait. Check it out. This was the original wood pieces we just chucked over here earlier. Just in the interest of trying to find a route to the wood sell point that doesn't include kamikaze cars. Let me look at the map for a second. Look at that. We called it Pam's Meadow, but now it's Pam's Stripe Meadow. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the butt anyways. So we go this way, and then we head up the hill and we get to the sell point up here. Whatever, we'll try it. I think I'm going to regret it probably, but we'll go. You can go up here. There's a really steep hill that goes up here, and then we can cut over. So let's yeah, like that looks safe, doesn't it? Let's do something that we are going to regret. We haven't really done anything we regretted so far today, have we? I don't know what an episode, what's an episode without something foolish? Okay, first of all, it's bumpier than I would like. If we have to back up out of this is going to be tough. Oh, more bumps. Now we're losing logs. Oh, I go quick. Quick before the tractor gains some momentum. That parking brake is not very strong. Oh, no. Quick. Oh my gosh, this thing's just rolling backwards. Well, it's sliding backwards anyways. It'd be cool if there was like crawl mode or like a Jeep where you could just literally put it in first gear and take your hands off the steering wheel and then it would just crawl up. Don't take your hands off the steering wheel. Alright, I mean, we're doing this. Other than a few bumps, this was, I think I'd rather brave the oncoming traffic, to be honest with you. At least we know it's here, so if we hear there's like a DOT checkpoint down there. Oh, there, yeah, so see right down there, that's where we would have come up. Sorry, I had to jump out quickly and take a photo. You may have seen the photo already. All right, so you might want to take a guess as to what we're going to get for this one. We've been anywhere as low as, what, 1,600 and as high as 1,900? Yeah, I'm definitely not coming this way again. I'm thinking we're probably somewhere in the middle of all that. I'd say we're about 1,700. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's more, but anyways. So that'll be, what is this, our 4th load, I want to say? Did we take 3 trees and break it into 4 loads? If that's the case, we're getting about $6,000 or $7,000 total. Is that sound about right? $2,100. I did not see that coming, to be honest. I did not think that we were going to be over $2,000. So there's a record right there. $2,100. So that's between that one and the last one is 4. Yeah, so it's almost $7,000 probably in wood. I mean, not fantastic. It's not. I guess it's all relative, right? Because I'm used to making, you know, there was Comlands where, you know, the average sale was like $600,000. Then there's Maz where, you know, I'm chipping wood, and even though it's hard economy, you know, there's days where our bank account goes from $0 to $600,000. You know, Valley Springs, I guess we had money. All the additional productions that I put in were really starting to kind of pay off, I think, there. But here we only just started, so obviously we don't have all the capabilities of making tons of money yet. But so, you know, $6,000 or $7,000 or whatever is not so bad. Wow, that's wild. I can't believe. So I took the weight off. I wonder why that is. I took the weight off the tractor up there, and then it started running lanes like that. I can't do anything until I fix that. Well, no, I can do something. I gotta get a... Alright, we're gonna need a spreader for lime. And we're gonna need lime. So I think what I got right now is probably exactly what we need. I need to get myself down to the store. I'm gonna get rid of these loader arms for a minute. Well, for more than a minute, as we've seen. And then I'm gonna take this trailer. Oh shoot, no, I don't have a front linkage. Shoot. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get we're gonna have to call down to Jean-Paul and get him to... Yeah, we're gonna need a delivery. Hopefully he's got somebody available. I never even thought about that. Whew, okay, well anyways, our worker is still plugging away out there. That's gonna take a little bit of time. I am gonna go up here and get on the phone. I had every light, every beacon, every four-way flasher, everything on in that thing. All right, I gotta call into Jean-Paul. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this. Yeah, so I gotta call into him. So he's gonna drop off I got like a Massey for like spreader, basically, so we can use that for our lime, and then he's gonna drop off a couple of 8,000 liter bags. I gotta see these. That sounds quite massive. So I'm just trying to clean up a little bit in here while I waited. I didn't want to just sit in the house. Apparently, he's got a new guy doing deliveries right now, so that's good. Bonus for us. What's that gate for? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's head back. Yeah, like I said, I just want to tidy up here and look around a little bit because I haven't spent much time here. And I kind of half in my head think that we may want to keep our eyes open to see if we can snag a deal on some cows. Might not be a bad idea. Look electrified. Must have had some vicious cows in here before. Oh. I see something down there now. Yeah, looks like a couple bags and a spreader. So let me figure out where I left my tractor. There it is. And we will go down there and... Okay, so we can't... there's nothing I can really do right now because I need to get that field plowed fully before I can throw the lime down. So it's not a huge hurry. Oh, God, look at that field. Why? Anyways, yeah, so it's not a huge hurry to get this, but I am excited to get this. I was... Oh, sorry. I'm from Canada. Yeah, I was sort of thinking on one hand, well, maybe what I should do... So, actually, sorry. I don't know why I do that. I start a thought and then go a different direction. But yes, this field right here... I'm not going to plow this up right now. We are going to throw lime down in this field now, and then potentially if I could fertilize it too, it'd be even better. But I'm not going to plow this one up now. We will plow this one up at some point, and then replant it, but I just didn't see the point right now when I just didn't think we were going to get to it. So I figured, you know what, we might as well throw lime down. Hopefully that'll help. We're in the second growth stage. Honestly, I don't know if that's going to help anything, but if it does, it's a bonus. If we can pull a little bit more grass off of here, that'd be great. Wow, yeah, it really does not use a lot of lime. That means I bought too much lime, obviously, if this thing's not using a lot of lime, but I could use a break like that, to be honest. A nice break would be good. A financial break, that is. Wow, this huge field. We're going to take care of it fairly quick. With barely putting a dent into our lime. Jeez. Yeah, this really doesn't take long at all. I was hoping it would kill some time so we could get our worker friend there done, but okay, so without them done, I don't have a plow to merge those fields up there. If they're still in that field, I'm not going to throw lime down in that field. It's just going to make it harder for me to clean up afterwards. Like, I got to go take care of those stripes. I think this means that well, let me go put this spreader away. I don't think I'm going to put it away. You know what this means? This means I can go catch up on a little bit of paperwork, because you can imagine moving, not only moving from Canada to Ireland, but then moving from Ireland to France, which is what we've basically done. Without going back to Canada at all, can be a little confusing. So I've got some paperwork and stuff to catch up on. So I'm going to go do that. And then hopefully by the time I'm done, our worker friend there will be done. And we can get ourselves into that field. All right, that big field's plowed. I want to get this plowed, like merged here. What I suspect is going to happen, oh no, I did not see that coming. That was the complaint that I had with the other map, that you needed to purchase see, this is what I said about I don't like about maps, where you can't just merge the fields, and this looks like it's one of those maps. No. Insert epic. Anakin becomes Darth Vader and discovers, or is told he's killed Padme. No. It's one of those moments. Crap. All right. Well, that sucks. So I can't merge these fields. I didn't need to cut those trees down. Oh man, I just realized I didn't have to cut the trees down. Let's go get the spreader, and I want to throw some lime down in these fields, and then we want to throw some lime down in the big field over there. We're not going to let this bother us. Oof, well, let that bother me. I saw that coming. Ugh. You know the part that really sucks about that is, not that I hit the fence, because I'll figure that out, but is we just basically spent an entire day cutting down 3 trees that we didn't need to cut down. I mean, it's kind of nice that they're not there, I guess, because then we're not going to run into them, and we made like $6,000, but what a waste of time that was. Ugh. We just burned an entire day cutting trees down. And we didn't even make it. We really didn't even make any money. I mean, let's be honest, that's not money. Yeah, I'll confess too that, so that field, I ended up having a couple little issues with that, plowing that field. So I ended up using a little bit of a tool available to change it to plowed, but it was basically like 99% plowed, so I don't feel too bad, but it looks a little more unnatural now because all of the I love the way the plowed texture is in this map when you actually plow it. It looks fantastic. It's chunky, it's all over the place, there's rocks, like it's really cool. When you sort of have to craftily change it to plowed, it's not as awesome. I'm gonna have to look up. There's a company in town. This is always the way it goes. There's a company in town that will come out and take samples of your fields to determine what the chemical makeup is, and then it'll help you in planning your materials like lime fertilizer, that kind of thing. So I'll have to get them out here. So I think this is a substantial recording here, folks, and as much as I'd love to just record for 6 hours and hit upload, I don't think we can do that. So it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in May. like May's just a day. 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in May. On May, whatever. What we likely should do is call it a day and then come back, perhaps same day, and plant this field, because we want to put grass. I think it makes sense for us to put grass in here for now, anyways, and then we'll just keep our eyes open. I mean, I'm gonna need straw. I think that's what we discovered, right? I can't plant wheat until later on in the year, so we were going to make this a grass field, and then once we know we can plant wheat, we'll plow up whatever grass is in it, or mow and then plow, and then we will plant wheat. But we should be able to get at least one cut off this grass, if not two. One for sure, I guess. Yeah, well, you know what? It's funny. Like when I said we didn't have to cut the wood, that actually turned out to be one of the most relaxing moments in Farming Simulator that I've had in some time. So I guess there's a silver lining to it all. It was not time wasted. If anything, I had some time to reminisce a little bit about times gone by, and I think I even said at one point I could smell the map. What the hell's wrong with me? I got lost in the moment. Stupid. This thing's taking a beating. Look at all the paint that's missing off of it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on where the edge of the spread is going. Yeah, look at the fenders. They're just worn right off. Well, 292 hours. I guess that's not surprising. It's been around. So I'm thinking the issue that I had with the plowing there was somewhat course play related. I think I screwed up the course, and then I don't know. I mean, I think the plow's rated for the horsepower we have, but maybe the trick with plowing is to buy something, or to plow with something that has, 20% less horsepower than it says it needs, or something, because we're just getting buried. I don't know what to make of that. Makes me wonder what I'm going to do the next time we need to plow. So that's that. Our beloved International is now a filthy mess. Somehow I've managed to keep myself clean, which is good. But yeah, I'm going to go get this parked up and then probably go rinse off. 3:30 in the afternoon. You know what? I'll putter around the yard a little bit before it's time to call it a day. Anyway, so whether I see you in this day or I see you in the next day, I will see you soon. Thanks again, everybody, for your support. I'm happy that, you liked episode 1 anyways. I'm not sure if you liked episode 2, but here's episode 3. So if you didn't like episode 2, well, you know what? Too bad, I guess. So other than that, thanks so much. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do it now. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks.